What is the emotion of a fighting game? Is it joy? Is it focus? Is it foolishness? I wouldn't know. After all, I've never been a big fan of fighting games. There's a bunch of reasons. I'm not a huge multiplayer guy, I don't have the time to memorize dozens of combos and dozens of opponents, and I honestly just don't have the reflexes. I've struggled my way through Splatoon. I'm not doing that again. But I love the idea, the mind games, the empty arena, the sense of mastery and pure competition. A lot of what I like conceptually about fighting games, I've grown to love in two-player card games. Games like this, or this have let me enjoy that same sense of pure, honest competition, without straining my thumbs. Fighting games were something I respected from afar, and that was it. It turns out, though, there is a fighting game for me. This is a video about Your Only Move is Hustle, or Yomi Hustle, or just Yomi because Yomi Hustle is too long to say, is a 1v1 fighting game. It sacrifices none of the complexity, none of the hype, and none of the emotion of its bigger competitors. It just slows things down a bit. Despite how flashy these animations look, that's just the replay. This is the real game. Yomi is turn-based. Players simultaneously select their actions from a Cheesecake Factory menu of options. You can see how you and your opponent's actions might play out, and once both of you have selected, you see what happened. Certain actions take more frames to end, and players keep going turn after turn until one person is left standing and the other isn't. It looks complicated, I know, but that's basically it. Predicting your opponent, picking a move, and seeing if you were right. That's also the core loop behind every fighting game in existence, from Tekken to Smash Bros. But it turns out, transforming a fighting game from a frantic melee into a frame-by-frame duel doesn't really lose anything. Not the mind games, not the jukes, not the parries. Yomi is capturing the same core principles, the same emotions as these other games. It's just kind enough to give you some time to think. But while the core is the same, slowing things down has a massive ripple across the rest of the experience. For one, Yomi only has 5 fighters, but because players aren't restricted by controller inputs or combo strings, the fighters get to have far more mechanics and special moves than real-time characters. You're able to play in a much larger, friendlier sandbox. Since you get a generous time limit to choose your next move, and you can see exactly how each move will play out, you can build combos on the fly, stringing together whatever move buys you a few more frames to work with. Knowing combos still helps, but the variety and pace of moves make the game much more accessible with a much lower barrier to entry. Plus, you lose none of the satisfaction. It turns out, pulling off a combo over 5 minutes is just as satisfying as pulling it off in 5 seconds. This slower pace means Yomi matches generally run anywhere from 15 minutes to longer, make sure you have free time, but subtle balancing mechanics, like taking less damage the lower your health gets, mean you're never fully out of the fight. It's also just more satisfying to me to lose because someone outthought and outguessed me, rather than just because they had quicker reflexes. And at the end, your fights get replayed in this real-time animation. There's a unique joy in seeing your perfectly placed combo or perfectly timed block reflected back so smoothly and cleanly. It somehow makes you feel like a pro, like you're pulling off these moves in real time, even though you were just clicking boxes. And while 5 fighters doesn't sound like a lot, the increased move variety lets each one embody a role in its full complexity. The ninja weaves through attacks, throwing out traps and shurikens, waiting for the perfect moment to combo you for a third of your health and 15 minutes of your time. The cowboy fires a revolver, throws that revolver at your face, and swings a big ol' sword. Plus, he can teleport. Though, honestly, almost every character can teleport, he just does it more. The robot can strip half a health bar in a single grab. The mutant is, honestly, I don't really know, but I don't like him. And, of course, there's the wizard. The wizard is a fucking jerk. He's also the character I made. His moveset is built on pressure, constant attacks, constant projectiles, all focused on controlling the pace and space of the fight. Firewalls on the ground, magic missiles in the air, a big orb you can fling at opposing fighters. The wizard approaches Yomi's prediction game with a wall. Come on, try to break through it. Let's see what happens. Each of these fighters, from the cowboy to the asshole, feel unique in both mechanics and mind games. And they all somehow feel overpowered at once. The sheer breadth of actions means no character gets left high and dry. Every one of them is capable of insanity, and every player, thanks to the turn-based structure, gets to access at least some of that craziness. Plus, they all get a little bit of comedy. The best fighting games understand you need at least one way to both humor and humiliate your opponent. Usually, that's through a joke character, like fighting as a bear or a piranha plant. But because Yomi's fighters have such deep movesets, they all get a comedy move. From the wizard flinging himself like a missile, to the robot's all-or-nothing grab. And that is just the base 5. If you've heard of Yomi before, either you're a fighting game freak, or you saw the extensive modded character roster. There are so many choices, from the Senator to Kirby to Michael Jackson. And while there are some shitposts in the mix, an impressive number of them are well balanced. Venturing into Yomi's custom servers rarely left me feeling cheated, especially since players can only pick fighters both people have installed. It's a less familiar experience than the base game, sure, but different isn't worse. And besides, some of my most fun with Yomi came from going in blind with custom characters against friends, both of us reacting with the same shock that, yep, they really let Kirby do that. There are many more mechanics in Yomi. Free cancels, whiff cancels, burst cancels, honestly way too many cancels, but I'm not going to get into them. Partly because I don't fully understand them, but mostly because they're not my emotional experience of Yomi. That experience is the joy of a combo, the focus of a block, the foolishness of an ill-timed missile mode. It's watching my hits land and feeling a satisfaction I never thought I'd get from a fighting game. Because Yomi isn't just accessible controls-wise, it lets me feel the excitement of fighting games that always seemed just outside my grasp. It's probably not the best fighting game of all time, but for me, it's a glimpse into a whole genre, a whole world of excitement I thought I'd never get to experience. And that? I'll fight for that.